Hello there, my name's Shirley Daly. I was born in Cockermouth in 1948. My mum was born in Cockermouth and her mother was born in Cockermouth. But the story I want to tell is about my mum. She was born in 1914. And when she was about 30-year-old, the Second World War was on. And in 1944 she worked up at the dump at Broughton Moor, which is known as the Royal Navy Armaments Depot, but dumped to people in and around Broughton Moor and Cockermouth. And my granddad apparently worked there too. And when my sister and I were growing up as little girls, she was always telling a story about when the war was on and the bombs went off. And you say, yeah, Mum's at the war again, explosions at Broughton Moor again. And we didn't take a lot of notice of it because she was always on about these explosions. There were two, she said. Aye, all right, Mum, two. Anyway, we never thought much about it, and it was in the 1990s, and I don't really know when, but I'm assuming it would be when information was released after 50 years, but I don't know that. And we got the Times and Star one day, and opened it up, and there it was. Explosion at Broughton Moor in 1944. 11 people killed and about 70 injured. I said, oh my goodness me, my mum was right, she was there. And it was inviting people to go back to the dump and have a little service. And so I said to my mum, and she was getting old then, but nevertheless, she said, yeah, I'll go back. And it was absolutely amazing. My daughter came with us, so there was three of us. Went to Broughton Moor, quite a few other people were there. And we went into the gates, into this place that I'd heard about but never seen. Little railway tracks, little green huts with green sods on the top. And I was amazed at the size of this place. And there was a vicar there, and there's quite a few people there that had relatives that had died, and people like my mum that had worked there. And they were all given a red rose to commemorate the people who had lost their lives. And I can't remember now who the vicar was or much about it. It was a very, very cold day. But it was one of those days that I haven't forgotten. And in view of the fact we've got World War Armistice Day today, I'm pleased that my mother had the opportunity to go back and remember. And I'm also pleased that it was true, because at the time you often thought, here we go again, we're at the dump and there was explosions on. And the Times and Star had a photographer there that day, and sadly I never got a photograph of the event. But I do believe that in the archives at Workington Library I could go